everyone, this is Nehal Shukla, and today with me I have Mr. Manas Madhu, who's the co-founder of Beyond Snack. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Adgully and Nehal.
Madhu, can you share more about your inspiration behind launching the Kerala Beyond banana chips in the coconut oil that you have recently announced, and also about Beyond Snacks? How did it all start?
So with Beyond Stack, the journey started a long time back. In 2018, we started with the product development and all, but we could only launch it in 2020. But ever since at that point of time, we launched it in vegetable oil. But ever since we launched Beyond Snack in the normal oil, we always wanted to bring it in coconut oil. Uh, First reason is that there is an inherent likability towards banana chips and coconut oil combination to certain set of people. And second thing is that those who have always visited Kerala, they always had this thought in their mind that okay, Kerala banana chips means it is in coconut oil. But due to technical reasons, right, when we are making, when we are, cooking a particular product, right, we need to look at all the healthier angle of it. And, there were a lot of technical aspects like, smoking point, and the cooking time. These were not, at that point of time, were not suitable for making a healthy product at that point of time through coconut oil because it requires a lot of study. It requires a lot of trial and error to bring out a fantastic, healthy product. At the same time, it should maintain all the hygienic as well as the healthier cooking aspect also, which we couldn't back then. But our trials were ongoing for the last 1.5 year, and in the last 8 months, especially, we got a breakthrough, and we worked towards that. On top of that. And frankly speaking, we cracked our first set of codes with banana chips in coconut oil. Around June July timeframe, and we decided that from then onwards, we decided what kind of a format we can actually bring it into a much more better way. So I would say this is one of the cleanest banana chips right now available out there, which is much more healthier. It is cooking also. There is a lot of coconut-based banana chips out there, which is always cooking based of crude oil. But we have, come up with a much more healthier version so that this is safest way you can consume it without any issues. And this is one of the healthiest and the cleanest version of banana chips available out there. We can confidently claim.
Absolutely. What were the initial challenges, if you can share, that you had while coming up with the best and the cleanest banana chips of all? Now you have become one of the renowned brands in the snacking industry. But what were the initial challenges, if you can share some?
So a lot, actually, a lot. First and foremost thing is this smoking point. So usually when we get a coconut oil, right, the coconut oil that is available out there, which is of a crudest form, which has, every oil has a certain characteristics and utility also. If you look at an olive oil can be only used for, as a garnishing oil, right? You cannot really uh, cook it, or you cannot heat olive oil, right? And the same thing applicable for coconut oil. You can heat it to a certain extent, and beyond that certain extent, it will burn. And the moment it start burning, which is unhealthy, it is getting into an unhealthy, cooking mode, which means that what you are consuming is more of a burned oil, which could be a carcinogenic substance as well. And then, beyond that, there is vegetable oil, then there are sunflower oil, etc., which all has a little more higher smoking point. The first challenge that we were addressing at that point of time was, the smoking point itself. But we worked with a certain set of team in identifying the right set of oil, which even in the processing, we actually went back into the processing as well, in the right set of processing and the right set of coconut blend that the raw material itself, we need to understand so that we can come out with a phenomenal output of that coconut oil. that oil is what we actually need to use it. So initial, the major challenge we were facing was that how to come up with a coconut oil which will not burn, which will not go into that, exceed that smoking point level. And so cracking that was actually taking a lot more time than we expected. We thought that we'll be able to do it from our experience in the normal banana chips, but this actually took a lot more time than we expected. The moment that we cracked, it was easy. Then it was all about how to come up with the right set of the surface area for making the chips, which is based out of coconut oil. We can create the same sort of crunch, same sort of taste, and also the flavor, the aroma of coconut oil, how we can actually maintain it. So those kind of a things. That was more of a science aspect of cooking. But this was more of a technical aspect in terms of cracking that coconut oil itself. That was taking a little bit longer. The moment that was cracked, it was easy for us. So
Absolutely. Also, Beyond Snacks has received a few fundings. So, if you can share about those and what were your tactics or the strategies that you had in mind while approaching to these investors?
yeah, correct. So we got in the last year, mid of last year actually, we got a funding from NAB Ventures. We raised $3.5 million at that point of time. The objective of raising that fund at that point of time was we wanted to go pan India. We were having good presence in certain regions, especially in retail, Maharashtra region. We wanted to take the presence from Maharashtra region to pan India level. And that is the reason why we went for fundraising at that point of time. At this moment, while we are talking, we have presence in Gujarat, we have presence in Delhi, UP, West Bengal, Telangana, and Karnataka region. And we are not stopping there also. We will be further going to make our great quality banana juice, make it available next to potato juice packet all across India very soon. So, but again, next step is that. So we are growing on that angle. The strategy, adopted at that point of time was growth. So because see, uh, it's a snack product, it's an impulse category product. Uh, the more you make it available, more you make it visible. That is what exactly required for people to see that and pick up. So, like I said, it's an impulse buying. You see the product, you pick it up. So our objective was more towards making this particular product available all across, making it much more visible all across, and that's what the strategy even now also. Even our vision also, I keep saying the same thing that we want to make it available next year for the chips packet on all the retail shelves of this world. So until then, we will continue to do this. So so that is what our plan.
Absolutely. And if you can share some of your marketing strategies that you have planned for the newly launched Kerala chips.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we already had one marketing campaign which was already running, which is 24 karat taste. I'm sure you may have come across that. Uh, the the concept that we were trying to communicate to the consumer is that okay, you know banana chips, but this is 24 karat level of that banana chip. So you have never tried something this superior, and we are offering that. So that is the thesis. And even the same thing is applicable in fact all the product that we are working on right now, right? We are working towards bringing that 24 karat level of quality, taste, every aspect of a product to the consumer. And if you look at it, right, any normal consumer, right, food is just not just for consumption purpose. Food is a statement, right, for a consumer these days. And the choices that a consumer making is also talks a lot about them. And I'm sure that people are willing to pay a little bit of a premium for a greater quality product. And that differentiation is what we are also trying to build or bring it into the market. Banana chips so far, and this is a greater quality version of the same thing, but much more healthier version, much more the much more hygienic version. The cooking processes that we adopt is much more better and much more controlled and much more trustable than any other locally made product out there. So that is a story and narrative that we are bringing, and the same thing we are going to continue this year as well, even with coconut oil as well. Even in fact, we have brought in a slight little bit changes on the packaging as well. If you see the coconut oil based product, this is much more authentic, much more closer toward the actual um, format in which it was available ever since in the beginning of ever since banana chips exist. This is a format which is available in Kerala. So we are bringing it much more closer. So you can see Kathakali is much more closer look. You will be able to see banana chips as much more close up shot. You will be able to see because we are telling you that okay, this is much more closer to the way it was always presented, and that is the narrative behind that. So we'll stick to this narrative of 24 karat taste in this year as well to tell more consumers that who we are and what exactly Beyond Snack is all about.
Absolutely. And even though you are serving the 24 karat taste, but has it ever occurred to you that this market is so cluttered? I mean, banana chips is a kind of snack that there are several brands who are already into the market. So, how are you standing out, or what is that one quality that makes Beyond Snack different from rest all other brands?
Yeah, you're right about it. Even 99% of the players out there, I mean, they're locally made product and even locally manufactured. So they are the biggest, chunk of the manufacturing banana. And then there is another 1% in which, there is a traditionally namkeens or a traditional, in Mumbai terms, it's called farsan. So farsan or namkeen manufacturers are also making banana chips. Even our initiatives are also, working towards unplugging it from this namkeen category and, creating an independent category called banana chips. Because what we already know that, potato chips is such a massive category. And how it becomes a massive category? Because there was a transition from an unorganized sector to an organized sector. And that transition was driving initially by Lays or Uncle Chips or similar kind of players. And eventually more and more players enter into this category and that category become massive. And, now we know that almost, more than 50% of that potato chips category is owned by hygienically prepared branded play. This is now a brand play right now. But that kind of a brand play never existed in banana chips. Banana chips is still 99% of the players are local, it is still unorganized. We are bringing that changes. So, like you asked, what is the difference between them? The first and foremost thing is that the way the cooking process happening itself is, it's a day and night difference between the local or local manufacturer versus us. They use more of a kadai cooking where, the kadai will be putting that and cooking it for 15-20 minutes of frying will be happening. The raw material is getting exposed to oil for 15-20 minutes. On contrary to that, we are adopting a much more controlled environment, in which temperature controlled environment we have created, in which through which we are passing the banana through a conveyor. The advantage is that the cooking process will be over within less than 2 minutes, 110 seconds to be specific. The cooking process will be over. And the advantage is that lesser exposure to oil, much more better cooking, much more consistent, crisp texture, and the taste. We'll be able to get it at much more healthier way of adopting it. And we don't have to mention the no hand touch aspect of it because now this is all without any sort of contamination occurring ever since the banana arrived at the facility until the packet coming out of it. There is no sort of contamination happening. So think about it. A brand means not just a product, right? A brand is a trust factor that we are giving to the consumer that, okay, I can confidently go ahead and buy this. And ensuring that is a brand's duty. And that is what we are doing in banana chips also. So far, nobody was doing it, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have to be, you know, doesn't have to bring that kind of a banana chips ever, right? So we are changing that narrative. We are bringing in a much more a healthier one, much more hygienic one, a trustable and a safe to eat banana chips is what we are bringing into the consumer. And that kind of a banana chips itself is not there, is what I am claiming. And like you said, there are many players out there who are making banana chips, but something that you can trust. Okay, any given point of time, you can say, okay, it is beyond stand, so we can go ahead and trust it. And that trust is what we are trying to build in consumers' mind.
Absolutely. And if you can share what is your market focus currently and where do you plan to expand it?
So current market focus is for us, it is India and India always, and it is going to continue, I don't know, in the future as well. Uh, uh, you know, India is a big market. If you look at it, potato chips as a market, it's a $3.5 billion industry in India. And if India has that kind of a phenomenal consumption, we really don't have to look outside. It is India itself is a big market. Having said that, we already have presence in a lot of other countries as well because people all over the world love banana chips, and there is a certain by default affinity towards that product. Because of which a lot of people procure it from us. Those who are we have presence in US, UK, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, etc. But our prime focus as a strategic standpoint, it is India. And in India also we are the number one player in all the e-commerce channel. We are right now entering into retail as well, and retail strategy is going to be playing a crucial role for us, we believe, and because of which our investment, our focus is more on GT. Even currently, uh, like I said, we have presence in 10 states. We wanted to increase that presence into more states and more townships. We also wanted to enter into beyond the tier 3, tier 4 townships as well in the future. So we are already working toward that strategy. So here is what the overall strategy about how we are approaching the market.
Absolutely. And what would your concluding remarks will be? What is your one mantra that you follow always as a founder to keep beyond snacks, beyond everything?
Yeah, so there is only one mantra: focus. If you look at it, we had opportunity to underlook many more categories, but we are still focused. We are very focused on banana chips, and that is going to be the story even now as well. Focus. If you look at it, it is the outcome of that focus that we got this coconut oil based banana chips. We can roll it out from Beyond Snack at this point of time. We keep on doing a lot of innovative things in Beyond Snack. We keep on doing a lot of continuous improvement processes in Beyond Snack. Let me tell you, the product that we launched 3 years back and the product that we have right now, it is much more better. It is 10 times better, I would say, because of the continuous improvement process we are doing in terms of process, in terms of identifying better banana, in terms of identifying the better cooking processes. So every day something or other is keep on happening to make a better product for our consumers, hygienic and a healthier product for the consumer. And that is what the mantra was because of this focus aspect. We keep focusing on this and we'll keep doing this same job to bring more and better innovations from Beyond Snack in the future as well. So yeah, please wait for that.
All right, that was all with my questions. Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you.
Thank you so much, Nehal, for hosting us and
Thank
really wonderful talking to you.
thank you. Likewise.